Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to be solving another question from the second chapter of the Mechanics of Materials by Johnston. We have a nylon thread that is subjected to 10 Newton tension. So we have the force. We know that the elastic modulus is 3.2 gigapascal and the maximum allowable normal stress is 40 megapascal. So we know that the length of the thread is not supposed to increase by more than 1%. So this 1% is going to give us information about the strain because we have the increase of the length over the initial length, which is 1% or 0.01. And the question is asking for the diameter of the thread. So first of all, we know that the normal stress is not supposed to pass 40 megapascal. And we know stress is equal to force over the area, and from here the area would be force over the stress. We know from the question the force is 10 newtons and the stress is 40 megapascals, so 40 times 10 to the 6 pascal, and this is going to give us area, which we know is pi divided by 4 times d squared. So this is going to be the value that we have in here, 10. So it's going to be 0.25 times 10 to the minus 6. This is going to go into the numerator, so it will be negative, or 250 times 10 to the minus 9 meter squared. So this is going to be equal to 250 times 10 to the minus 9. And from here, we can find the diameter, which is going to be the square root of 250 times 10 to the minus 9 times 4 divided by pi. Let's see what we get. So 250 times 10 to the minus 9. We're going to have a pi in here. Oh, I miss times 4 in here. So that's going to give us 0.564 times 10 to the minus 3 meter, or 0.564 millimeter. So that's what we have based on our stress criterion. So that's one area and one diameter that we found based on the stress that the question is giving us. We also have another criterion, which is the elongation. So, and that's going to be the 1% that we have in here. And we know that the elongation is equal to force times length divided by A times elastic modulus. And we can find one area in here too. And after that, we're going to find two different diameter. One of them was what we found so far, and another one in here. And after that, we have to decide which one we're going to pick as the final diameter for this question. So let's figure this area first. So if we want to find the area, we're going to have PL over delta E. And what we found in here was that the delta over L is 0.01. So we can write in here our delta is 0.01 L. So if we just put that in here and plug it in, so we're going to have L in here, then we can cancel out the L from the numerator and denominator, and we can find the area. The force, again, 40 newtons times, oh, actually there's nothing else in the numerator, and in the denominator 1.10, and the 0, 1, 0, 1, yeah, 0.01, and the elastic modulus is 3.2 gigapascal, and again, this is going to be equal to area, which is pi divided by 4 d squared. And we're gonna find another diameter here. I'm just gonna take the square root on each side. 4 times 4d over 0.01, 3.2, 10 to the 9, and a pi in here. So let's see what we get. 4 times 40, 0.01, 3.2 pi times 10 to the 9. Sorry, I made a mistake. Actually, the force in here is 10. It's not 40, so 10, 10. And here, we're just gonna delete the 10. And yeah, that's gonna be the Next diameter that we're gonna get 0.631 times 10 to the minus 3 meter, or 0.631 millimeter, and that's going to be the second diameter that we have. And we got from the previous part 0.564 and we have 0.631, and the final answer here would be the larger value, because we have a thread. The longer the diameter we have, the safer our system will be. So if we just go with the smaller one, that's going to fill the deformation criterion that we have. So the final answer for this question would be the 0.631 millimeter. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.